Still.
Say what you say.
Thank God for what's happening right now. It might not be good, but thank God.
I do.
They wish and I wish and I wish and I wish and they wish on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me.
You already know what it is. It's your boy DJ Too Easy sitting here today with Roudy, Ralph, and who?
Jazz.
Jazz,
Your girl,
Jazz.
Jazz.
The girl, Jazz. Jazz, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back with you guys.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I had a good weekend.
That's good,
I had a
man.
really
Ralph, how was yours?
Mine was cool, more laid back, man. Like kind of relaxed a little bit.
What did you do? What did you do?
Relax. Actually, just chilled in the crib.
I mean, you didn't go nowhere. You didn't.
Well, no, I take that back. So I went down to Soldier Field. They had the first annual Chinese dragon lights.
Oh, I see.
Which was cool. I had never seen this, and I had heard of it for their history.
Right.
So it was kind of awesome. And to see them put on like a little show, like a 20-minute show, so that was kind of sweet. Hung out with some friends to check it out, which was great.
Were you down there? While you were down there, did you? And that seems like something that you would partake in some extracurricular activities while you were down there. So was it any drinking or?
No, man.
Any
It was
smoking or
no,
just?
man. It was cold as hell out there.
What
day was it?
And it was Saturday, and I just had on my varsity jacket, so I just had that on with a hat, no gloves, bro. Where the wind was literally blowing east west, coming right towards us as we're watching them put on the 20-minute show. Man, when I mean it was cold, bro, I couldn't feel my toes, my hands. My face was red. I don't know if my nose was running like the snot-nosed kid out
So
there.
you was down there trying to be cool, you know, you had
I
a
ain't know
fit
it
on,
was that-
trying to
I
show.
ain't know it was that
and then
cold.
you ended up coming home with pneumonia.
No, I ain't know pneumonia. I drove. We parked down there, but I didn't know it was gonna be that cold.
Gotcha.
But you know, other than that, it was fun. It was, great atmosphere, something nice to see, different culture, partake in, learn a little bit something new. So that was great. What'd you do this weekend?
Chill out, man. Stay out the way. Went to a birthday party. Kids running around, everybody acting a fool, and but it was a great opportunity to spend some family time with loved ones. Mom came in town, so it was a great opportunity to have a ball.
Through, so that's always fun.
Definitely, a lot of smiles, a lot of cake and ice cream. I'm pretty sure I gained about 4.5 pounds.
About 4.5. It's cool. We dropped that off in 2 days.
Oh,
Jazz, what about you? What'd you get into?
I went to the show.
What you see?
Tyler Perry's new movie,
What's the name of it?
Acrimony, with Taraji P.
Was it any good?
It was good. It was kind of slow in the beginning, but it was a good movie. You know, he always sends a message out with his stuff, so it was a good movie.
What was the overall message?
Pretty much, you keep giving and giving to somebody, and you let them take it. Don't do it. You know, that's your. How can I say it? Like that's your option if you do that.
Right.
That person, without telling the movie. But it was a good movie. I was going to see it.
So it kind of reminds you of your last relationship?
It did. No, let me tell you something. While you laughing, while y'all laughing, it did. Like certain points, I was like, ooh. So yeah, it was like an eye opener.
Let me ask you this, because I haven't seen the movie, but he's very, very known for his movies to be just as similar to his plays. Is this movie very similar to Diary of a Mad Black Woman, or is it more similar to Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
It's not Diary of a Mad Black Woman. No, not really. I didn't think of that when I was watching the movie, so I would say no on my end. I would say Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Not really. You know what? I guess maybe because she was angry, that part of Thin Line, but that'd be the only thing. Like, that'd be the only part that's like relatable.
So it was good.
It was a good movie.
You enjoyed yourself.
I did.
That's all good. Well, let's get into the show for today. I know we got some good topics. Hey, I've been having debates all week on Facebook, so let's dive right into it.
I want to dive. You know what I want to dive right into? Emily and Fab.
Emily and Fab.
I feel like we should start the show with Emily and Fab.
Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we all know that in the news, Fab is accused of beating Emily, punching out 2 of her teeth, and threatening her. Now, when I went through I went through the shade room and gossip, I tried to link everything together. TMZ posted a video of an argument they had. So I'm gonna backtrack and give y'all the storyline of why we're talking about
Give
them.
it to us.
Okay, so around March 7th, Fab found out on Instagram that Emily was in Los Angeles and he was in Los Angeles at the same time.
Right.
He was upset that she didn't tell him that they were in LA together. So he sent her threatening text messages talking about, when I see you, I'm gonna beat you with a bat. And you know, she was scared. Allegedly.
Okay, yeah.
All of this is allegedly. We're not saying that this is fact. Nothing. TMZ did not find the documents yet and posted them, so we don't know. But this is allegedly.
Right.
So she went home. She called her dad and her father, and she told them to remove the guns out the house. I mean, her dad and her brother.
She called her dad and her brother. Okay.
Okay, she called her dad and her brother, and she told them to come to the house to remove the guns because she was scared that he was gonna hurt her. Right. So now this video comes out with TMZ, and the video is Emily is Fab in the car, her dad being held back by security, and Emily is, you know, she's being able to move around. And Fab and the father, they're going at each other with saying things, and I guess the dad was calling them a punk, and Fab was like, why are they here? And Emily is recording Fab, I guess, acting crazy. And he like jumps at her, like, and she's jumping back and scared and running. You know, the video is just nuts.
He jumped at her and told her to turn the camera off.
He did.
Yeah.
So now the angle of this video, somebody is recording from their house.
From like a window or something.
Yeah, from their house, because you're seeing it from outside in.
Right.
Okay, so now it comes out. Now this is my part. I see it is that incident happened, and then allegedly later on, Fab beat her. He beat her. They say he hit her 7 times. He busted out 2 of her teeth, and he was charged with aggravated assault against her and terrorist threats. That's what he was charged with.
Are you sure of that? Because
Not the terrorist threats, maybe.
well, the terrorist threats were towards her father.
But he was charged with assault.
He was charged with assault.
He was charged with assault against her.
Okay.
Okay, so it's this big old debate, not just on yours, but with everybody saying that they don't believe it. That, you know, the gang came out on Instagram and was saying how, you know, I guess this internet world is ruining families, black families, and that we're reading too much into the stories. And Little Mo did an interview and was saying that she's gonna always have her brother's back and that she doesn't believe that was Fab. And again, there's no proof that he bust her teeth out, because in the video she looks like she has her mouth is fine.
Right.
It doesn't look like she has any bruises on her face. That's why I say maybe the incident happened after that video. Maybe he came back. I mean, that is his home, so maybe he came back and the fight erupts. You know, we don't, at this point, we don't know.
See, this is the thing, and this is what I don't like. I don't like when we falsely accuse someone of something just based off of the false pretense that it happened, because that's like somebody videotapes me and him arguing outside. Now, me and Ralph arguing outside, and then, you know, God forbid, later on Ralph ends up missing. And then everybody says, oh, well, here's the video of him arguing with DJ Too Easy. So we know that DJ Too Easy gotta be the one who, if you don't have proof, if there's no burden of proof, then you should wait until you find out for sure. But of course, everybody on the social network say, Fab beats his woman, Fab this and Fab. I just had almost 25-minute debate on Facebook with somebody because they said the exact same thing, which is, oh, she's a bruised and battered woman, and of course she's not going to speak out. My only thing to say about that is show me the proof.
Can I say something? Now, at this point, Fab or Emily have not said anything about the incident. I wouldn't either. It just happened. I mean, like, what am I talking about? Like, it's nobody's business at this point.
That's the main reason why they probably haven't said anything. Like, certain things, the reason a lot of people's business is being put out there is because of you have people sneaking and recording you without your consent, and social media does exist nowadays. Whatever issue they have, they need to handle in-house. Whatever issue Fab has with her father, he's going to have to squash that as a grown man with another grown man. Because at the end of the day, she's your wife. She's your wife.
She's not his wife.
They're not married?
They're not married.
His baby mama.
Girlfriend. Baby mama is
Baby mama girlfriend. I mean, however you want to look at it. They got 2 kids. Baby mama girlfriend. And that's her father. And that's the grandfather to your kids. Whatever issues you have as a man with another man, you can handle it behind closed doors. And it's not to sound wrong, but if he's mad at her because she was in LA and he was in LA and not telling her and that's the cause of this issue, That's being very petty on Fabulous side. That's being very petty.
And we don't know even if that's true. This
I'm
is
just saying,
right.
yeah,
This,
right,
this is what
it's
I'm
not.
saying. This could stem from something that has nothing to do with them being in LA. This could stem from another argument. This could stem from anything. The point is that if he did hit her, that is a problem regardless.
See, the thing I like when you go to is you keep saying if. And that's the thing, it's if.
Right,
We have
if.
no proof.
We have no proof that this happened. We only
only thing we
hear
can
stories
really go off of is what TMZ did post is the video of him arguing with her dad and him telling her to put the camera away, stop recording me.
Right.
Why she's running like he's chasing her, he's not. He just told her to put the camera away. Why she's running, I have no idea. Then she comes right back around him. The problem is what's really going on is her dad is arguing with her man. And it could be possibly stressful for her. Those are two men she possibly let she don't want to see have any confrontation with each other. But as what we know all now, what we see is that Emily's father has an issue with Fab and they're arguing with each other. That's it. Outside of that, until police reports and pictures surface, nothing else can be held against
I
her.
love how y'all keep saying pictures. Like,
I
we
mean,
might not ever, just because we
If
might not
no
ever
one-
get
I
a
mean,
picture. We might get the
Until
statement
she,
from the
until
court
she
documents
comes
is what
out,
we get.
until Emily comes out and states that Fabulous has
But she's
been
not. I don't
abusive
think she
to her,
would. Let me tell you
then
something.
there's nothing we can say about
If I
that.
was Emily and Fab, and I'm dating Fab, and that's the father of my children, and and she has a daughter from a previous relationship, I'm never gonna come out and say this man beat me. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm going to figure it out with us. And I'm gonna leave it be. If y'all want to say, y'all can make assumptions all day. I would never come out and say he beat me because now I have these two little boys that this is his Superman. If you see Fab with his kids, what he posted, that's what he is to them. So I would never discredit him on that part. But if he did hit her, if he hit her, it's wrong, and the step should be taken.
I mean, at the end of the day, we understand that hitting a woman is wrong. Like, no man should put his hands on any woman.
But people do assume, and y'all have to realize we are in the world of like social media. You could say Beyonce, Jazzy broke her pinky, and they're gonna believe it and run with it.
I mean, no, because the problem is when you assume, you make an ass of yourself.
Very
Stop
true.
assuming
People
and wait till the facts come out.
That was a joke. If you saw paid in full, then you know that was just a joke.
No,
You
I
know
mean,
what's
at the end of the day, the main thing of what we're saying is Emily is dealing with her man and her father arguing.
Right.
Whatever allegations coming out and saying what Fab has done to her, until she comes out and states it or there's any police reports on it, stop running with assumptions and just deal with what you see.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Facts
And
are
what
facts.
we see right now is a father and a boyfriend arguing,
Right.
and the person in between it is the daughter/girlfriend.
Correct.
Now, I
and
got a
the
question.
mother of the kids.
I got a question. Do you guys think Emily was wrong for calling her father and her brother
I mean,
over
no.
to the house?
I mean, not at the end of the day. If they're arguing and she's arguing with him and she's feeling it can escalate, what any woman should do. If you got a big brother or a father, call him, because you know what any man gonna do. I guarantee, if Ali has a daughter and his daughter tells him like we've been arguing, it seems like it's escalating, he gonna get his convo over that. Because at the end of the day, it's still your job to protect.
Well, let me tell you
Got
what.
it.
Before I go over there, I'm going to ask her, what would you do? And that's being real. The only reason I say that is because we know for a fact that there are women that manipulate situations, and then the first second he drops you or body slams you, then you want to yell, he put his hands on me.
Right.
Now, what I told my daughter is, and what I tell anybody is, if as a woman, if you are strong enough and big enough and bad enough to run up on a man like you a man, then you better be strong enough and big enough and bad enough to take the repercussions of what you do. Otherwise, let that man be a man and you be a woman. That's not to say that men can't beat, women can't beat men up and men can't. That's not to say any of that. What I'm saying is, you know your strengths as a woman. If you know dang on well you can't beat Debo up, then don't put your hand on Debo's face.
You know what? My brother had that
and
same
all type of
conversation
stuff.
with me though. Like, don't hit a man because
That's it.
it makes it harder to justify when I come over there and knock him out.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So I do get that point.
And then your brother come over there
And might
and
get
knock
knocked
both
out.
y'all out. And knock both your man there. What you gonna do then?
So,
Hey,
yeah.
y'all show me the same like
But
you got
you
your
know
brother
what?
come over and you
This is
get
what I
knocked
thought
out
about it
too.
when I heard that Emily called her father and her brother. Why didn't she just leave? Like, I wouldn't have called. I would have took my kids and left the house. That way, it wouldn't even have them been at the house. We didn't have to worry about him going to get no guns because I'm out. Like, I would have been gone.
There's so many reasons why.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't know.
It happened, and
It's
we'll
like
find out.
It's like
Next week's
Jada's song, Why? That's all we can say is why.
So we
don't
will
know.
definitely keep you guys updated on that story. Let's talk about Black Chyna.
Black China.
Now, did y'all see her at Six Flags? Okay.
Hey, well,
Six Flags.
Six
She
Flags.
was fighting. She got into an altercation with a lady about touching the baby, touching her kids. Chyna took the it was a stroller, but it's not like a stroller.
It was like the key, the bike roll.
Yeah, like the car thing, the little cute, the little cute stuff.
Amusement park.
So she took it and tried to swing it and on the people. Like it was like a big brawl. Like I ended up watching like the girl's point of view on TMZ. And the girl said she didn't even know those was her kids. But I don't think that was really true because you know what the kids look like. Right. Anyway, the girl said that she touched her and somebody else came up to her and said, oh, you're the girl that Black Chyna was talking about. She was going to kick her butt. And she said she walked past Chyna and she said, oh, so you was going to kick my butt? And she said, yeah, I was. And she started taking her jewelry off and clothes and her jacket and they ended up fighting.
Did she take off her implants too?
She did. She kept those on.
Right, so, with the long Malaysian
with the Malaysian head down to her, right, down
the girl said that Chyna's 18-year-old boyfriend is the one that fought her. Because y'all know Chyna got an 18-year-old boyfriend, right? Okay. So she has an 18-year-old boyfriend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the dude from Chicago?
No, this dude is from LA, I want to say. He's friends with Rich Kid, the rapper. Somebody
that she about to
yeah, they
bust
said
it on and then take all his money.
They said that.
Oh, she's finna get her Amber Rose on.
Yeah.
Like
allegedly, she's trying to put him on with his music or something. It's something like they're trying to use Chyna as that. That's allegedly. But anyway, Chyna lost her endorsement deal with this. She had the stroller deal. She lost the deal because they were that sick of it.
That.
And Rob Kardashian. You know, I didn't know he was paying $20,000 in child support, but he is.
I mean, how he don't have no job.
Let me tell you, he said that
he got a job.
He's taking her back to court because he said he can't pay the $20,000 since he lost his Instagram. That's how he made his money because he can't be on Instagram after he exposed her. So he said he can't make any money, so he wants to drop the amount down, and he wants to take. Remember how Jesse Williams and his ex-wife did the 6 months? Yeah. You can't introduce a spouse. That's what he wants to do with Chyna.
He can do that.
Left and right.
Left and right. And he says he wants to. She's not. So he says that he wants to put that in place because he doesn't want her to be able to have.
Rob's biggest problem was he should have went and talked to Tiger about Chyna first and be like, hey, what am I getting into?
Well, Tiger already had that.
And this is a learning lesson for all. And I want y'all to listen real close.
Every thirsty dude out here with money trying to get
all
a big booty girl
who are not attractive. You gotta understand and know your role, brother. This is not just for men, this is men and women. Like, you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. If I cannot afford, and I've been there. Like, I bought a car that I couldn't afford, and I was paying $900 a month, and wasn't nothing else paid, but I was looking good in the car. It's the exact same concept with a woman that may be out of your league, or a man that may be out of your league. You already know that he or she is out of your league. He or she already knows that he or she is out of your league. So they are going to take advantage of the situation because guess what? At the end of the day, you are either lesser than what they are used to or they're already using you and they already had a mindset. Long story short, go into a situation, like somebody told me a long time ago, never ask for something that you can't provide. Don't ask for a model if you're not a model. Don't ask for somebody with muscles if you got a flabby stomach and man boobs. Like, ask for what you can give. Same concept. Ladies, don't be asking for no man that got $100 million if you can't even bring nothing to the table. And you ain't got $100, but you want a man that got $100 million.
But do you think that Rob thought he could compete with Chyna, who she was with? Like, do you think Rob really thought Chyna loved her? Because we got to remember how they got together. Tiger and Kylie and everybody on the outside thought them being spiteful.
What Rob did was he thought that he was man enough to handle and control the situation. And then she messed around and got pregnant. But he felt like because he had the more money that he could control the situation. He didn't understand what he was dealing with.
Well, she actually makes more money than him.
Now, I'm sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, he has
I think their family has more money.
There's the family.
Yeah, he's good. Exactly. Trust fund wise, I mean, like, look at it. His brother-in-law is Kanye, so he's good. His second brother-in-law from to be an NBA player.
His sister is Kim. She got more money than all of them.
No, she don't.
Well,
She
okay,
ain't
maybe
got,
not.
She ain't got nowhere near having more
Maybe
money
not
than Kanye.
Kanye, but Tristan Thompson. I'm pretty sure she has more money than him.
I mean, but he's young. He has a nice little career going.
I ain't heard too much about them lately.
Now he's quiet about it.
And,
They supposed to be getting married.
They got a baby on the way.
They got a baby on the way.
He was a sucker.
Yeah.
He another sucker.
Got him.
Got him. He should have learned from, you know what James Harden did with Chloe? Had a couple of rounds with her, was like, I'm out.
Well, I mean, he was in love with her. She
I mean,
had moved
in love
out to
with what?
Cleveland,
I
and they
In love with what?
She was.
Ain't nothing
at the
about her
game.
real. She looked like OJ before the surgery. Now she looked like a broke down Barbie after.
You already know what it is. WLIT Shy Radio. We're going to cut to commercial and come back to you in a quick second. Peace. WLIT Shy Radio. We are back. That was Jay-Z. That was Beyonce featuring Jay-Z, Deja Vu. Jazz, what you got for us next?
So let's talk about Safari.
Woo.
Safari was robbed. Why did you laugh? That's not funny. So Safari was robbed. It was.
100.
He was robbed. I want to say Monday. He went and did an interview with Angie Martinez, and he went on there. He started crying, and she was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "I just got robbed earlier today." So two men robbed him. They stole like $183,000 worth of stuff from him, and the police actually caught him. So they did. They are going to jail. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they retrieved the items. They didn't say, but I assume they did. But this is where the little shady part come in. The Shade Room had posted, you know, the incident, and
Right.
T.I. commented and said, cold world, like, get a sweater. Like, I guess saying, like what you said earlier with Paid in Full, like, it happens every day, B. You know what I
Get
mean?
robbed every day.
Yeah,
You
so
got tough,
I
right?
guess he was like, you know, get a cold, you know, a thicker skin, you know?
Get a better crew
That was a
around
little
you.
shot, too.
That was very shady. When I saw it, I was like, ooh.
I think people don't respect, people don't
They don't respect Safari.
They don't. They
Went
don't.
from being somebody's playmate to
They ghost
love
writer,
hip-hop,
slash
and
hype
now
man.
you want to be a rapper. Like, people really don't respect him. It's
But
an
he-
unfortunate situation that he got robbed.
It is. But I like Safari. Like when I see him, like you see him being different from like Nicki Minaj's hype man, like to like him actually trying to like get his own lane. Like he seems like a cool dude, a little corny, but
I mean, you know,
You would like it.
corny dudes.
I
be
didn't say
having,
I
you know,
like
Like, he be
Yeah, I
having
would
on
agree.
he be having on his little mink.
Little
and
minks.
Little
Hey,
red, fluffy
no,
little
hey,
mink.
hey,
it's coconut
bro.
oil. You forgot the coconut oil.
Hey,
like
the
that
man
type
had
of
a
stuff.
mink.
Just kidding.
Hey, the man had a mink on at the Angie Martinez interview.
It was a red
When
one.
he
It was
signed.
nice.
So that's what. This is my thing with dudes like them in the industry also. When you are a flashy type guy, you attract a certain type of attention.
Right.
And that attention you attract isn't just beautiful women. You also attract real gangsters in the street.
And you know
Real-
that they think they can punk him
no,
and get him.
real,
too.
no, they ain't thinking they can punk you. Real gangsters and real stick-up artists who carry pistols.
Right.
They ain't trying to punk you. That gun is gonna put the fear of God in you because you don't want them to pull that trigger.
Right.
You're walking around like you're invisible, like you can't be touched. I remember it happened maybe a couple years ago to 2 Chainz. Same thing, they tried to rob him. He took off running. You
I
know
mean,
why? You can be touched. It don't
Right.
matter who you are.
But it's not like Safari is saying I can't be touched. Safari's just living in his own little lane.
In his
trying
own
to have
right.
living
No,
his
he living
life.
in his own bubble, but he's walking around in Brooklyn or the Bronx or Queens or Harlem with his
True.
jewelry shining like he can't be touched. Certain
Maybe he
people,
just needs
I mean,
security.
no,
He
you
needs
got
good security.
certain people in the music industry like Snoop, Jay-Z, and maybe Nas, and people like Scarface who could probably walk around like that and not be touched. Most of those other dudes who feel they can't be touched like that, they got a lot of security with them. They ain't really out here in these streets by themselves walking
My
around
thing
like
is,
they
if you
playing.
got that much money around your neck, then you should probably be able to hire some security.
That's what I'm saying. So
I mean,
maybe
right.
he just need better security. He needs to
That's
fire
what I'm saying.
whoever on his team now because they did not protect him.
Safari, go find you some former MMA fighters, man, to come do security for you.
But
They
I'm
take
glad
care
it's
of you.
okay. Nothing happened. You know, we don't
I
want
mean, yeah, we won't nothing happen to nobody at that process, but at sometimes you gotta really make yourself aware of your surroundings and where
Sure.
you are,
Yep.
and actually understand who you are and what
Have and
type
you
of
can bring.
attention you
Stop
bring
trying
to
to be something
yourself.
you're not. Like, stop trying to be something you're like. And he came out, you know, and he kind of fell back from it. Like he has fallen back into himself, like who he is. But like, if you know you're a flashy type of guy, I remember when I used to wear like when I was in the military, I used to, I had the 26s, I had an Escalade on 26s, two-tone. Nobody had 26s at this point. It was probably like 2007 in Houston, Texas. I ride around, you couldn't tell me nothing. The jewelry, TVs in the car, and I probably could have got, robbed and, because I was being reckless. But the fact of the matter is, I wanted to be somebody that I really wasn't. Like, be who you are. Like, save some of that money. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with that money. Now you walk around looking goofy on the edge of my
You lost 100.
And he started crying. It was kind of sad.
He was like, 183,000 worth of jewelry, bro. You can go back some property.
She was like, "What's going on?" Like she didn't know what had happened.
She did. He had to tell her, but 183,000 worth of jewelry and cash, you can go buy property and equity and watch it build for you. Like I get, like you want to have a chain or a watch, and I get all of that.
Let's not say we don't know that he doesn't do that. Like maybe that was his purge.
Also, I get that, but if you gonna walk the streets of New York, that's like a rapper here in Chicago. That's like Kanye. And I get Kanye big, but if you gonna walk around with jewelry and buy yourself, you think ain't nobody in these streets who are hungry and ain't got nothing, not gonna rob you? If you're a smart person, I don't have to show you I have money by showing it. You know, because you see it on the internet and you see me on TV. I'm gonna walk around with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt in my wallet with no cash.
Jazz, what's that? What else?
So we're gonna talk about Safari's ex, Nicki Minaj, because she has been very silent, like since December almost. Nicki Minaj is the only female rap artist to have every last album she has sell 5 million copies. Wow. So they got her as the best female rap. Like that's what they named her. They got her the best female in rap at this point.
No, in the game right now, she is.
In the game right now, technically, she really is. Like, what artist is doing what she has done?
Lyrically right now, she's still in the game.
Numbers, yes.
Sales numbers, tours, lyrically, she's still in the game.
I think she's the best rapper.
No, I don't think she's.
Numbers-wise, yeah, she's definitely doing it.
Yeah, she's still in the game right now.
So how do you think Remy Ma feels about that? Do you think Remy Ma is really like, because they got their little beef.
No,
do you feel like Remy?
I think Remy Ma claimed her spot, and the only reason she had to pop off at Nicki Minaj anyway is because Nicki Minaj was popping off saying I'm the queen. Remy Ma been in the game for a little bit. She's selling, she making money, she got her own show, so she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. That's like you come back to the hood and then this little young dude in the hood popping off saying he got the best hands when you already know, man, I've been knocking people out for 15 years. You just don't know about it. So I think Remy Ma is where she's supposed to be, and it is what it is.
Nah, I'm a little different against that, because seeing Remy's career from the start to now, Remy wasn't popping back then.
I was just about to say.
I'm just saying, but let me play. So she wasn't popping. She wasn't that artist that she was that. That was Lil Kim. So to me, at the end of the day, it's like anything. It's a business. At some point, you got to pass the torch. Right now, Lil Kim had it when Nicki came. Nicki became that figure to take it. Remy got out of her, a prison term she had, and she wanted to, get back on and get back popping, and so she was like, what's the best way to do that? She got on her 50 Cent type game. Let me go with the person on top right now,
correct.
So I can get myself hot. Now,
the person on top had already been going at her while she was in prison.
But if you go from everybody's point of view, Lil Kim is upset at Nicki because she feels like she didn't acknowledge her as the queen when she came in. You could take this reign, but acknowledge me that I'm the one passing it to you. So that's where that beef came in. Remy, according to Nicki, allegedly, was already taking shots at Nicki from behind prison, which I do think Remy did have a couple of songs.
She showed it when she came home. She did a song with Lil Kim. And which I get it, cool. I get Lil Kim's the queen of New York in the rap game, and she is. But at some point, sometime, her fan base isn't the fan base that's going to generate you income.
They're not, and they haven't.
They're older. The generation now, the young women out here who listen to rap, or the young girls that's into the artist, Nicki is that.
Because they don't know Lil Kim with Junior Mafia. They don't know that.
But they wouldn't be able to relate to her style either. As much as she was super reckless with it.
She was real nasty.
But this is what shows you that the power that Nicki Minaj had. Look, Kim started doing the plastic surgery to keep up with her. Remy Ma came home and started doing the plastic surgery.
No, I don't think so.
I think mentally she.
So what about Remy doing it?
This is my thing with Remy.
The plastic surgery. Remy wasn't. Like, come on, bro.
Remy got makeup and Remy lost weight.
The way Remy is built, her body was never close to that. Not even no type of. Did not have an ass.
Well, you know,
like
she said Ross
said,
you know, Nicki made that song and you know she did go get surgery.
I'm saying they all did. I mean,
it looks
a lot of
good
them.
on her.
Everybody.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of them
So
are
I
doing
can't
it
say
now.
she did it because, I mean, she might have did it because of endorsements, you know, making money wise. It's a
Who?
certain look that
Let's put it
sells.
this way. Not let alone who was first to do it. Who's the first person not to do it, but the first person everybody noticed that it was done to them was Nicki.
I was gonna say Lil'
Lil'
Kim. Because Lil' Kim knows her
Lil'
face.
Kim.
It would technically be
Lil'
Lil'
Kim
Kim.
had a transition.
Body-wise.
Body wise,
Lil'
it's
Kim
Lil'
too.
Kim. Lil' Kim came with these
Nicki
big old
was out
boobs.
before she did all of that.
No, you gotta
go-
go.
15
Lil'
I'm
years.
Kim was
telling
doing it
y'all,
in the
bro.
90s.
Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim got her breast
Yeah,
done. She got
definitely.
that stomach. Lil' Kim got that. Look at
Her
Lil' Kim
body
nose.
was. She didn't change anything until she started dyeing her complexion and started looking at
That was in the
In
90s.
her 90s and her early 20s, Lil' Kim still looks the same.
No, you gotta
Go
go.
find- you can go and look up her
They got a
high school
whole
pictures.
little
She has
thing
not
of
changed
Little
a
Kim.
lot of her
Nah,
stuff.
we don't have to show the picture of Little Kim. Little Kim
At the end of
definitely
the
was getting
day
surgery
for
done
this,
in the 90s.
Nicki is up top. She's the best female artist now.
As
I
far
think sales and lyrics.
Yeah.
Period. Sales and lyrics.
As far
'Cause
as
that's-
numbers,
And lyrics.
no.
You think Remy got better lyrics? Because Papoose writing for him? Because he ain't been that good for himself.
Well, I
So
mean,
maybe it's
Minaj
that.
ain't writing for herself either. So
Right.
I mean,
it
well, put it
doesn't-
this: whoever writing for her, give her better
I don't
lyrics
think
than Remy.
either one of
did.
those. I don't think either one of those women are the best lyricists.
Who do you think the best female lyricist out right
You ever
now?
heard of Rhapsody?
Haven't
Most
heard of
people know
Rhapsody?
who Rhapsody is.
You know what? Charlamagne the God talks about her a lot. He loves her.
Rhapsody is cold. Rhapsody is a female Jay-Z. But because she's underground. She just came out with an album. She got a song with Kendrick Lamar. Like she goes, I feel the energy.
I have to probably
It's
check
cold.
that.
She cold without a doubt. But she ain't popping her chest, and she talking on some real mind type of stuff. She ain't popping her chest out. She ain't popping her butt out. So you don't see her on TV as much as you see the rest
You
of
see
her.
all that?
But the fact of the matter is,
Oh,
hey, without being
you see all
said,
That's 2000. No.
Lil' Kim definitely been having surgery.
Thank
for a
you.
long
Before
time.
Nicki.
Definitely.
So,
What you got next, Jazz?
so let's talk about this
Still talk about
YouTube
it.
shooting. This is kind of serious.
YouTube.
That was definitely.
YouTube shooting?
Yes. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Nassim
She's on
Hadam.
Instagram Live or Facebook Live or something.
She's
Oh, the
on.
lady-
She's on YouTube. She was angry at YouTube because they kept censoring her videos. She thought they were being
Okay. You're talking
racist.
about a different one.
Yeah, racist. So she thought they were. I know what you're talking about. That's my name. She was being racist. She felt like they were being racist towards her, and she literally went to YouTube in California and shot it up,
Yeah.
and then shot herself.
Yeah.
This happened. I want to say yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yep. And she literally
I don't
shot it
want
up.
to ask it, but I am. What was her nationality?
I want to say she was like.
Middle Eastern. or
Yes,
something.
definitely.
I don't
Her
wanna-
name is like
I don't want to say
Nassim.
Arabic, but
Yeah,
You know,
she was definitely
So Middle
Middle
Eastern. So my thing is like
she was not black.
people
Yes,
are
or white.
yeah, people are so hooked on social media. Like social media controls so many people's life outside of what they do. Like they can't live without social media, without having.
Well,
to
she
check
actually
any of
made,
their
she
pages.
had like 100,000, like however many followers and viewers, and her frustration was that because of her nationality,
They were censoring her.
They were censoring her and wasn't paying her like they were supposed to. I
mean,
mean, it's still not a reason to go
I get
kill
that
her.
right, but it's ways of going about it. If this is your
Correct.
business and how you make money, you have to go about things in a professional manner.
So let me tell you this.
and go through the court system for that.
Let me tell you this. So her father put out a missing person report against her. She was found sleeping in her car when the cops found her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow she got away from the cops, so they took her home, and the father called the police back and said that, you know, she's angry and she's on her way to she's on her way to YouTube, and he thinks she's gonna do something. That's how that ended up coming out. And when they went to YouTube, they said they told the father like, oh, we got it under control. I guess they got there before she did anything. Then she erupted out and started shooting, and nobody died. She did injure 3 people, and then she killed herself. Like she shot herself in the chest right out. So this is definitely mental issues. I mean,
Yeah, this is a
definitely,
mentally unstable person. This is why we need more counselors in the world.
More
And it's more.
counselors, and
We need the government to help with funding that because they don't want to fund it.
I mean,
So
yeah, they
it
think
needs to
everyone
be-
is just crazy. When people are mentally unstable and need counseling. People need help.
Everybody needs to
Someone
like
talk
you need
to.
help, yes, and that has to come from the government helping and using the money and the resources to help these people. But it hurts that she went and then harmed someone else because of how she felt, with not getting hurt.
What about the young lady who sitting in the car with two males?
Devin Holmes.
Hop off.
So, because the way it was going, okay,
You
yeah.
could hear her foot. You could hear his foot pressing on the gas when the
It
bullet
was,
went in his
yeah,
head.
okay.
His body stepping up, and you can hear his
Accelerating the gas.
She was like playing with the gun, and the dude in the backseat said it's not loaded.
Right.
But Devin knew, I guess it was loaded.
Right.
And she you could see her pick the gun up, and because it's on Facebook Live now, they're on
Why would
Facebook
she
Live.
even?
And
Why would you point it at?
Popped it. And when I tell you seen this man
Bullet
lean
go
over,
in and
yes,
blood
in the
come
blood,
out.
I've never
Definitely. It was crazy.
it was
never-
crazy.
And I heard it was people like tagging the video on social media. Like, people have no heart, no sympathy,
yeah.
and no
I actually saw the video on
boundaries
Facebook.
of
It was
no.
crazy.
People have it's like people out here raised like animals. Like, why
Yeah.
would you post something like that to your social media, to other people's social media? See, like, this isn't something to glorify the show. Like, first of all, 2 people are losing their life, possibly 3.
Well,
young
Well, the
boy-
guy in the back seat didn't.
He
He
didn't
young-
get charged.
didn't
Wait.
get charged. The girl got charged. She got charged with
Who was the
homicide.
owner of the gun?
Don't know, but he didn't get charged. She
So I'm
got
assuming the one
charged
through
with.
in the back, right?
She got charged with homicide and tampering with evidence. Now I don't know why she got charged with the tampering of evidence.
Because they probably tried to, or they said she wiped fingerprints off of the gun.
Oh, okay. So that's what they charged her.
Why,
with.
right?
It was
So-
live, so yeah.
They
See, but
saw
no,
You know what?
but
And
wiping
again,
those fingerprints, what it is, it wasn't just her. She was
I'm old
covering up
school
who
when
else
it comes to
had
certain
fingerprints
stuff,
on.
and right after this, we'll cut to a quick commercial and play 2 songs. But when you do dumb stuff, you deserve whatever's coming your way.
You do, but I just
Oh,
want to
yeah.
say that his father said that he is getting better. Like I guess
Oh,
it's
he's
a
still alive?
movement. Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
He didn't
He didn't
die.
die?
So it's a movement in him
Yeah.
that they're hoping that he can wake up and be okay. So
He got
Yeah.
he got a
lives.
he has
I
a
hope he
long
lives,
road for
and
that,
I
man.
hope
Yeah.
that's an amazing story.
All
to tell.
praise for that young fella, man.
yeah.
WLIT Shot Radio. We're gonna cut to some quick music and come back in a second. Peace. Back with the last few minutes. We call it the moment of clarity. First of all, hey, I want to thank everybody for checking us out on WLIT Shy Radio on the new Vibe Even Internet Radio. I appreciate y'all coming out to check us out. Of course, you know the moment of clarity is opportunity for us to talk about anything that we want to talk about. Jazz, why don't you start first?
Ladies first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, since we've been out.
You know what? I think this time I always talk about like girl power and self-awareness, and I'm still gonna talk about that because I feel like in this how long? Something about 4 months. I feel like I've grown in this 2018. And I feel like I've grown. I feel like I'm more aware of myself and finding myself. And I feel like I just want to continue all that positive attitude with everyone.
Girl power is
Yeah, so I always talk about like what I want to do. So I'm really gonna like stick to that, like finding ways of empowering women and us getting together and being a force. So we don't have to worry about y'all men, being,
What would the world be without me?
Man.
be way
to be without
peaceful and
women.
quieter.
Right.
All power to you, Jazz.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Ralph, what about you?
You know, for me, mine right now just be, man, try to find, this is just for everyone, try to find something meaningful in your life outside of social media, outside of your phone. Like, try to survive without having to call someone or be on your phone playing a game or on social media every 5 minutes, every hour. Like, I remember when I was a kid growing up in the 90s, like, we didn't have phones. So I was outside playing with my friends, getting creative, playing games, jumping out the radiators, doing backflips off dirty mattresses.
Catching cases.
He was in
No,
the
we call
suburbs.
who was in the suburbs?
I forgot. Ralph is from the suburbs.
Ralph is born and raised in Ida B. Wells,
Ralph is
which
from
is called
Wakanda,
Bronzeville
Illinois.
now, which is the low end. Nah, man, we just went out to have fun, play hit on bikes, man. Yeah, I'm born and raised on 36 and Brownlee. Ask about me.
I won't.
Nobody, I asked actually, nobody knows who he is.
Ali don't even go
Nobody
anywhere.
knows anybody named Ralph. That Ralph Hill. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
Nah, man, but my thing, you know, just have fun, man. Like for people with kids, you know, get your kids off of the games and off of the computers and take them outside. Let them ride their bike, go skateboarding, go camping, fishing with them. Like find some way to build a bond with your kid other than technology.
iPad.
Cause yeah, and video games. Like find a way to have just that normal bond that, like I don't know about you because you're young, but me and Ali had with our parents growing up and our friends. Like you had that real bond. Like
outside.
I mean, like Ali probably know when you was hanging out with your guys when you 12, 13, and you at the basketball court for 3-4 hours straight playing. Like that's all you did. Nowadays, kids don't even want to do that. They just want to stay on their computers or their video game 4-5 hours straight.
That's parents' fault.
I was
Yeah,
about to say that's the parents. They get lazy.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you know,
Having too young and
push your kids
too
out.
many of them.
Push your kids out the door, man. Teach them how to be self-efficient, how to make friends without social media, to actually interact with other people. That's all I want to see people do.
I think my moment of clarity is simply, it is very important to show appreciation to the people that you love and care about. Tomorrow's not promised. I think we spend a lot of time being lackadaisical with things that we know we should be doing, and it causes us to get comfortable in the situation that we are in. Let's say if I'm sitting back and I'm relaxing and I got a couple dollars coming in and, you know, maybe I'm getting all of the money that I think I need or want at the time. It's always so much more to be done. So don't get lackadaisical. Show appreciation to people that you love. Tell them that you love them. Spend time with them. I think we spend so much time doing everything else except for literally spending time.
Right.
Like we spend time on the phone, like you said, we spend time doing everything else except for taking care of ourselves, working out, spending time with family, spending time with loved ones, appreciating the moments. I went to, I forgot where it was in Chicago, but it was like some flower garden y'all have in Chicago.
Yeah, they talk about Maggie Daily Park.
And you know, everybody knows I got to do iPhone X, and you know, I be taking
Ooh,
pictures
that
and
team.
stuff. When I say that it was amazing, I don't know if it's the army or the hard exterior side of me, but like I was looking at the pictures that I had taken of the flowers, and I was just like amazed, how do I miss all of this beauty? Like we spend so much time just doing everything that's not important, and all of the things that should be important, we don't spend time doing. So that was definitely an opportunity for me and my family to go out and just look at some new things, and you know, I actually didn't want to go because it was a far drive, and then when we got out there, and you know, it was little kids out there, everybody was having a ball, and then the flowers was blooming, and yellow and pink and orange, and I was like a little kid in the candy store. I was taking pictures, they had like this little mirror. It was a whole long story, but just learn how to appreciate life because it's not promised. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful, friendship is beautiful, everything is beautiful.
I love you guys.
I love you too, man.
Oh.
No, not really.
Yes, y'all do. We
You
miss
already
each
know
other.
what it is. WLIT, Shy Radio, it's your boy DJ, Too Easy.
Your boy Ralph.
And your girl Jazz.
And we are out. Peace.
Next time.